Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Atlanta Falcons.
Set to kick off.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And we're underway in Atlanta. Samaje Perine on the return. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
On 2.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow on the play action. Pass it downfield. It's Chase. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. And goes to the hurry up here.
That's another Bengals first down.
First get of the game here to Chase Brown. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be third and long.
8 yards to go.
Here we go, here we go. Right 80. Playing touch. Stop.
Third and long for him here. He's got a man left. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 14
Pick up 14 yards on that one. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
All set now. First and 10.
Gun.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 over the middle.
Sometimes I just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
I knew it, bro. I had no business doing the interception.
And the Falcons take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Intercepted.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. He picks up 5 on that first down run. Brings up 2nd down.
I can safely say, Kate, that's exactly what you want offensively. Exactly what you want to do to get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Get a good push. Get a good game. Get some positive yards. Job well done.
To the right side, wheeled in by London. And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Yes, I knew I was going to get by that.
And the Bengals take over after returning it inside the red zone.
Take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
From the gun, a get to Brown. That's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
Give on second. It's Brown. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point of this ball game. It's going to be first and goal now.
11.
Working quickly here.
That's good for Bengals.
Brown
This one.
crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown.
Chase Brown.
The Bengals parlay the interception into points. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Kick is good.
That one right down the middle.
Score.
And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's thrown again. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's the end of our opening quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They've got a first to begin the frame.
19-18.
London going to motion over right. Throwing now on first down. Penix. Got a man. It's London. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Penix's pass.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera ball. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
This is our pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Play action. Here's Penix. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35.
17 more
That play good for
yards.
17 and a first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
They send the tight end in motion. Penix here from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Right there. I knew it.
It's caught by Pitts.
Oh.
And it's another first down on this drive. And this time they're into first and goal.
And the Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Penix working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
For Kyle Pitts.
That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. It's second and
Leads to
goal.
Second and goal.
Here's Robinson up the middle. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series.
And he still got it. Good CD, bro.
The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
So after thinking it over, they're lining up for 2. Penix is going to throw for it.
And he still got it. Oh.
Well, he just caught them a touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. One play action here. Burrow. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. That's not met the standard they set for themselves.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Burrow to the air now. Jump off, caught by his back. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Oh,
It's incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Bengals send out the punting unit. Back deep for the Falcons is Mike Hughes. That's grabbed at the 10. That return's going to leave them enough time to squeeze in 2 plays here if they want before the half. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's able to manage it trouble on that run. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. Making some progress here.
really?
Races past midfield.
This
And they
guy.
finally bring him down after a huge run back into their territory.
Everyone spends time in that locker room, Kate. Offensively, defensively, rewriting your scripts, putting your adjustments and plans together for the second half. Special teams, guys, well, that's exactly how they wanted to start this second half, with an explosion and setting their offense up for success.
They blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was brought down.
And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who gotta have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, or too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them down.
Really?
All in by Mooney, left side. Well, it looked like he was going to have that first first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
Gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. It's Penix. That one's caught by Rooney. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense in the hurry up here.
11. And the Falcons, first down.
From the red zone now. Complete. It's for John Robinson. And this one doesn't go far.
Penix's pass.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
John Robinson. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
And again, it's Penix. Has it in close. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
3rd down.
Again, Penix to the air. Buys time.
Thank you.
Way behind the line on this one. It's him down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that set.
Brings up 4th down.
Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Looking to throw.
And he caught it, like, bro. The fucking computer do some bullshit sometimes. Like, what the fuck type shit is that? Still caught the
They
shit.
didn't care who knew about it, Frank. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Still caught the shit.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8.
Falcons 15. Bengals 7. Bradley Pinion.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow setting up the play action. All in left side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Offensive line fast.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he's not going to be able to add anything to that catch. So give him progress across midfield there to the opposing 46. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Brown on the inside give. Robs by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways. You know this gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So that brings up 4th and long. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Looking to throw. And they'll turn it over on down as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Falcons.
Just one quarter remaining in this one. It's the Falcons with the ball. They're leading, but not by a ton. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. They did it! He made the interception! Demetrius Knight has it. And the Bengals have some new life in the fourth.
Intercepted by the
That's just a bad decision, Franco. And really, as a quarterback in this moment of the game, you got to know it's not a time to take a risk. You cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's good for the Bengals. First down.
First down carry for Brown. He's still going at the 30. Down to the 10. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals down by only 2 in the fourth.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game. And that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Now Burrow leading his Bengals up as they go for 2.
The Bengals will line up for the
Right, they're going to throw for it. And he gets into the end zone. This one all tied up here in the fourth quarter. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is? I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Here's Carter on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pin. Has him on a quick hitter. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. They'll motion the slot man right. Penix now on 1st down. Rolling left, buying some time.
Let's go.
It's another interception.
Let's
Cam
go.
Taylor Britt picks it off.
Just how many times do these games at this
Let's
level,
go.
Kate, come down to plays like this? In the end, you don't want to be the team making the mistakes. You want to be the one capitalizing on them. Now this offense has got a chance to do so.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He doesn't hold it out there, and he'll drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Do me a favor, hold his own.
Here we go, here we go. 180. Nice one. Shot.
Throwing now. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Fucking missed
This
it,
one's not
bro.
looking good, and it won't be short or too far left. And late in the fourth, we stay tied.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up with the...
That's the good interception.
DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Bengals take over with a chance to win this game. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. Did I say that out loud?
That was out loud. Yeah. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they get this down to the 28.
Gotta go.
Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
Bengals first down.
Here he is to throw. Flush down now to his left. And Burrow gets enough for that first down and then smartly gets down to avoid the hit.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Gets it to his man, Mike Gesicki. And he's tackled for a short gain. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their
What
first.
you mean?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
In
With
this
Brown
shit.
on the ground. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle to the line.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third
Down here to Brown.
Baby.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
made at the 9-yard line.
Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Big moment coming up for Evan McPherson on this attempt. That one
in
is
this
good.
shit, buddy.
And they're going to take the lead inside the final
You had it
minutes.
too. You just kept
I know
doing
that was a
interceptions
kick
and
he could make
shit.
in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
Yeah,
Here's
hell yeah.
McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. And he made a push
There
for
you
the
go,
30-yard
you
line
know
before
that.
going out just a bit shy.
Yeah, good game, bro.
28-yard line.
I'm surprised I came back on you though, for real, for real.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Look out for big yards on the right side. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but showing a lump for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard
One play and Brock in his
line.
drive is already in enemy territory. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot.
I knew that was in
It's
this
intercepted. That will
Good game,
do
bro.
it. Jordan Battle with the INT. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta. It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Up next, it's our main event between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Detroit Lions.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Jacob Sailors now to return it. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Broncos tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jameer Gibbs. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Trey Hendrickson.
He's brought down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Another one for Gibbs.
Look at this shit.
Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
He's brought down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
They'll go for it. Goff. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And there's a big hit right after that catch, so the play is limited to maybe just a couple yards.
2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
11. Stop.
Run with Brown. They drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too.
And the Bengals, 1st down.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Chase Brown, the ball carrier.
Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
17-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action now. Burrow. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 5 yards on that play, and enough for a new set of downs.
That's good.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A 5-yard
Burrow
gain.
out of the shotgun.
1st down.
Brings it in. And he nearly gets him another 1st down as they force him out just shy of the marker.
1-1, ready?
Worried about the length of the football. Maybe a touch more on this 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd
Here we
and
go.
inches at the 2-yard line.
Ready? Stop.
It's Brown. He runs it across. Touchdown.
Let's go.
The Bengals get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs.
Look at that
Sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 38-yard line.
Hey, kill! 120!
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this.
Get that sub, Mike. Let's go.
Back and beginning the second quarter. Lions in possession. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Now Goff taking off with it. And there's lots of work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Goff on 3rd. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throws this one deep down the right side. And that one is picked off. Wait a second. He came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. Buying some time right. They don't get the catch they need there. Their man was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. New set of downs for them. It starts at the 38.
Gun! Down!
A give now to Brown. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Going to the ground again on 1st.
Let's go.
And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pull out in front for their 13-zip.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense.
It
just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little chunk, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
Evan McPherson to kick off.
Probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Has this at the 6. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
He's
Goes to the hurry up here.
33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Goff back to throw. On the move, headed right. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
That may not look like much, and on tomorrow's grade sheet, it'll just be an S for satisfactory, but that's a good decision. Know where to go with the ball, and don't put it in harm's way.
Third and long, they're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And that makes it 4th down. They're going for this. This is brought in by Laporta. He's right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good.
And the throw again. Goff. Forced out to his right. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Caden, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down.
A gain of 12
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good for a Detroit first down.
Too much water.
First set of downs now from the 39. Play action here with Goff. Buying some time left. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
What's that?
On the draw, this is Gibbs.
What is that shit?
Very close. Looks like he's going to be marked. Yep, marked shy that first down at the 30.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Again, it's Gibbs.
What
What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
A 3-yard loss.
4th down, pass coming.
It's 4th down.
Yeah.
And he He's tackled with the first down yardage. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running.
That's another Detroit.
On first down, it's Gibbs. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone. Working quickly here.
He's brought down by Barrett Carter.
Shotgun snap here to go. Chased out to his right. Taken in by Williams outright. He's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions make it a one-score game before halftime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Samaje Perine on the return. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. First call here coming from the shotgun. Burrow from the gun. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second, it's Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, here's Burrow. Connects on the crosser. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Here we go. 10 at the 39-yard line.
Burrow now on first down. This is hauled in by T.
Let's go. Keep pushing. Let's go. Let's go.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Let's go.
The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. T. Higgins, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Sailors now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Back to throw it. Escapes out to the left. He's on the run, deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25.
I'm like,
He has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
You a Bears fan? Did you just play with the Grizzlies?
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff.
I mean, not the Grizzlies, but you know, some Lions.
On the return, this is Perine. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Going play action here. Burrow. Has it downfield. It's Chase.
Let's go.
40. At the 20. And he is going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown.
Every touchdown's got its own story, but for me, Kate, that one's all about courage. Courage of that receiver to run all the way across the field. Courage of the quarterback to know it's going to take a little extra time. That courage paid dividends for 6.
Oh,
The
shit.
Bengals will line up for the
Burrow will throw for it.
I knew he was going to catch it.
Intercepted along the goal line. Jack Campbell with the INT. He'll bring it down to the 44-yard line. Well, the good news is it's not going to count as a pick on the stat sheet, but 2 points left on the table thanks to that INT.
It sure looked there for a second to indicate like the points may have been going on the other side of the board.
Sure did.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those moments that we don't see a lot, right? Interception, a run back on a 2-point play. It just shows you the wherewithal of this team, the coaching, and then the players' IQ, the acumen to go out there and execute with all they had after that interception.
Whew.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Dax Hill up for the stop.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun.
Look at this shit.
And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Chris Jenkins Jr. there on the tackle.
Taken down at the 33-yard
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will
Let's
tell
go.
you.
Do interception.
It's intercepted. And
Let's
the
go.
Bengals get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Escapes the pocket. Completed to his running back. And he gets this forward to the 19. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Straight ahead, it's Brown. It's inside the 10. And the Brown game works for the touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals grow their lead yet again.
33, Lions 7.
season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Kate, Scott, and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know it. We've watched it through the centuries. Right? We know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win. It's just the third Super Bowl. David Scott, Patriots in perfection. Lesser known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
A tradition started back in 1967 has now reached its diamond anniversary. And off we go in Super Bowl 60. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, someone with a big arm and a field general's mindset, Drake May.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles. That we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
They'll run it with Travion Henderson. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one nabs him 33 yards and a new set of downs, too.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. May on 1st and 10. He'll get it complete to Travion Henderson. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. He finds space for a few yards that time. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
May now on 3rd down. On the move into the red zone. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Here's May on 1st and 10. He's got it near the 8. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I may love watching a great throw, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Trying to run it in. It's Henderson. And now right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the gun, it's May. Catch made. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Trying to sneak May. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. Drake made the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on 4th down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
One after is good by Borregales. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks, nothing.
Now Borregales on to send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed escapes the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. So now it's the Seahawks' turn to take the field for the first time. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness. But I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
That's caught. Here's that Charbonnet. Short pick up to their own 31. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brown, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's Darnold to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. Making the call himself. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
On with a quick pass out line. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
The tackle made
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Another gun. Here's Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And here's Darnold on 3rd down. He's got his man. This is Walker. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So Super Bowl 60, a quarter of the way done. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Enough waiting, we're back, and it's time to resume play here in Super Bowl 60 from Santa Clara. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
The Seahawks with their first red zone opportunity of the game. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it'll be 2nd down. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock. But down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They give up the gut to Walker. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
From the gun, Darnold. And the Patriots get there and take him down. Quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Oh, you hate that. They've eaten up some good yardage on this drive, Kate, and you get down in the red zone, and this is where you really got to stay on schedule. Let's give some credit to this defense. They know the job they got to do. Got to knock you back and make this now red zone attempt not much more difficult.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Third and long for him here. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots offense headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's May. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The throw completed by May. And they are all the way into that red zone.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Henderson here from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instinct come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. May now from the gun. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, it kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
A 35-yard attempt.
Corey Gallis connects. So that's going to be our 2-minute warning. 1:58 to go in the half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. Now Corey Gallis on to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So Seattle retakes the field for their 2nd series. And they take over down 10-3 following that score. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And they'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
7-yard gain.
The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. It's everything he has under this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
So far in this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. And again, it's Darnold. To the left and pulled in by Cup. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. The pickup of 17. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that impact and make the catch.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Now bring the tight end in motion. First and 10, Darnold. Finds him on the crossing route. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Now Seattle going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
3 points are huge.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Running back sent in motion. From the red zone on first. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
Still sticking with the passing game. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? O-T-B, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
All right, they need 7 here on third down on what is the 9th play of this drive. To the air on third and long. Passing struggles bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive. Paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Return coming from the 6. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Seahawks sending their offense out to begin the third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. They get 19 on that pickup. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. First and 10.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Rolling on first. Here's Darnold. Downfield. That finds Shaheed. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First and 10.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. Only able to get back to the line on that 1st down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He calls his own number again. Into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
They kick the running back in motion. Darnold with it on 3rd and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Jason Myers out there now to try and field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This 32 yards out. It's on the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's not through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running them out for some PATs.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Here's May on 1st and 10. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
May trying again here on 2nd. Completed over the middle. And this one does not go far.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third down here, need 8 on the play. They'll air it out on third. Brought in, a big gain here for Diggs. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
First down, New England.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
They give now to Henderson. Got a good handful there as it brings up second down.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Sticking with Henderson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. And a Patriot first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
He finds Diggs right side. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Back to the line they come, second down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. He has the burst over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
First down, Patriots.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Counter play, it's Henderson. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Hard to believe, but just 1 quarter left in our season. We're through 3 in Super Bowl 60. The Patriots have the ball and the lead, seeking a record-setting 7th title. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Henderson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. May now from the gun. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots grow the lead to 7. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Corey Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots grow their lead to 8.
Patriots 17. Seahawks 9.
Now Borregales on to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. They've got a man in motion. Play fake, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. To throw, here's Darnold. To the ground it goes, that's incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. So now they have third and short.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Darnold to throw. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Here's Darnold, first and 10. It's caught, Varner. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. And again, it's Darnold. Oh, and quick there. They bring him to the toe. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Will this drive continue? Here comes third down. He'll throw it. Connection made to Shaheed. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Well, third and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10. Darnold. There's a screen out for Walker. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the gun, Darnold. He keeps it and takes off. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And it looks like it is Patriots football. And they can't call the return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you gotta have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
The Patriots offense all set to go. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Starting on the ground with Henderson. And he's going to be pushed down up near that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Anderson's going to take this straight ahead. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. A handoff for Henderson, running left. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
We've set it downs from the 37. First down, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Patriots leading by 8. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Designed run here for May. All right, here we go. Second down. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. They drop this Anderson underneath. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
This looks like a run drawn up for May. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Looking to throw. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Here he goes, one final shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. And it's history for the New England Patriots as they become the first franchise in NFL history to win 7 Super Bowl championships. Well, Brock, we've been lucky enough to call a bunch of these now, and we see so much history made in every Super Bowl, but this one comes a little extra. They're the first team to win 7 titles, and it could be years, maybe even a decade or 2, until we see somebody match the level of success that they have had since this franchise joined the NFL.
Yeah, you know, Kate, in the time it takes somebody else to reach 7 Super Bowl wins, who knows? This team might pick up an 8th trophy, maybe a 9th, challenge for double digits. They're simply a franchise with a legacy the rest of this league can only envy. And they enter every season. Everybody does. Well, we're going to be world champs. Everybody talks it, but they walk it, and they're capable of reaching these heights.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season. We cannot wait to catch you all again in the fall. I'm Kate Scott. Wherever and however you've been watching, please get home safe tonight, everybody. Good night from Santa Clara. We've been here so many times, and you still stand in awe at the size of this place. We're at AT&T Stadium. Welcome to Arlington, Texas. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Burrow setting up the play action. Throw finds Jamar Chase. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45.
11-90. Stop.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Brought down by Jerome Bland.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Short pass.
Let's go, Chase. Oh, my God, man.
And this is going to be Cowboys.
Like, are you serious? He was on
They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Hey, 47.
At the 43-yard line.
Dak now from the gun. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
On third down, here's Williams.
Oh, my God, bro.
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. He'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On second down, they're running with Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it.
Sub, like, comment, thumbs up.
As he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. This makes it up to the 25. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is...
And he goes for the Dallas touchdown. this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their
Woo.
lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Jones. Showing a little burst so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that and your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position. Dude, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches. From the gun, and get to Brown. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
It's a gain of a yard. That's good for a Bengals.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. Our score, 14-0. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin.
Here we go, here we
They'll
go.
try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offensive line fast.
11 MT tank. 11 MT tank.
That's another Bengals.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Gotta go.
Offense in the hurry up here.
11 MT. 11 MT.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd down, give to Brown. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Jalen Tolbert. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10.
So
at the
2 minutes still to
40-yard
play
line.
in this first half, partner. Cowboys with the lead here at AT&T. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Hits on the out route. Keeps away from one. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
13 yards on the play. And the Cowboys 1st down.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Kill.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or on the sideline.
Into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys boat racing them to the halftime locker room. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On one, ready?
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Gun.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Donovan Wilson picks it off. And the Cowboys are able to get the return down to the 40-yard line before they're stopped.
The second down pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At the
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. From the gun is Prescott. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. We'll keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Prescott here from the gun. Buys time, rolling right. Caught at 1.